Hi, I thought I'd do a bit of an inbox review of the Aires set, just to sort of give you a look at what it's like and obviously hopefully what it'll build into once I get cracking on it. Detail set for Hasegawa kit. What's nice with this one is it comes with the engine. You get obviously the machine guns and everything on the top here, and of course you get the resin cockpit, so you've kind of pretty much got everything you need to really enhance the 109 kit. So this was sealed when I got it, but I must admit I've had a little nose in the box already. The first thing we get here is a piece of photo etch. Actually, I will get this out so you can have a better look. I'm not quite sure what Aires photo etch is like, so this should be interesting to see if if I can get it back in open, that is. What we're going to do here, I think, try and cut that and see if that's better. They do put this rather large staple in there. So, okay, it's not pre-painted, but at least it's not too thick and horrible like some of the sorry, let's see if we can get that in a slightly better focus there for you. So you get your basic cop instrument panel and some belts and various bits and pieces in there. Looks quite nice. Obviously, yeah, it's got to be painted. You also kind of get like a decal film, not decal film, a sort of film for the rear of the. Again, I don't know how well you're going to see that. Sorry. For the sort of dials and things for the photo etch, so that'd be interesting. That should at least enhance the cockpit nicely. And then you get one basically giant bag of. Let's get that back in there. You get a bit of padding, a reasonable instruction sheet. Kind of shows you what you get in the actual box, and then a sort of reasonably detailed step by step. So obviously we start with the sort of cockpit instrument panels. We go through. Obviously there's some photo etch bits and pieces for the actual canopy. And then we go on to the engine. It looks relatively simple, but I think it's, the detail is there. We've got various bits, and we go over to our second page where it quite shows us what parts to cut off, and then we go on to build it up. So that's quite nice. So the only problem obviously with this is you need to be a bit careful. A, we don't want to lose any bits, and B, they tend to be quite a bit brittler. So we've got the sort of underneath part there, nice detail. The main engine block itself, which looks pretty good, clean, doesn't seem to be any real issues there. I know sometimes resin you can get a bit of air bubbles. Again, it might not be quite as refined as perhaps some of the modern Brazin offerings, but nevertheless looks pretty good to me. Some more bits and pieces here, some nice fine wiring on there. In fact, I'll bring you in a little bit, might be a bit easier. You get the sort of side parts of the engine, and they're nice and thin. So you may find you could close it up if you really wanted to, but I think the idea is to have it open. Well, why would you bother with an engine if you're not going to open it up? Getting the same the other side. Various little lumps and bumps to the engine. Nicely moulded. Again, there doesn't seem to be any real issues with them. Casting block removal should be relatively straightforward there. We've then got our two sidewall panels. Sorry, let's bring it back. That's better. Nicely detailed. Again, they're quite thin. You have to take a bit of care removing them from the casting block, but there's some nice detail there. Where do we start? Other bits of the engine, sort of supercharger, Again, nice detail, lots of lovely wiring. I don't know how well you can see that, sorry. But that looks pretty good to me. Various bits and pieces here, the front there. The exhausts look quite nice. Going to be a bit of a challenge to clean up and cut them out and paint them. Various bits of the bottom of the engine. Now, one of the machine guns, these are the rears of the machine guns. One's fallen off, but luckily I don't think it's damaged, so careful clean up, that should be fine. A couple of tanks on the side. We've got the firewall details here, and the sort of tops, I don't know what quite you call them, but they hold the machine guns in. The centre bit has actually has broken off, but I have it, so we can fix that. Again, there's a little piece here that's come off drift. Hopefully that's going to be okay, and it hasn't. I think it's come away actually alright, so it should be okay. Various bits and lumps and bumps here. The sort of engine mounts. There seems to be a bit of wire, not quite sure what that's for, but I'm sure. Oh yes, in fact you can see it here. There's some instructions there actually showing you where to put bits of wire, so that's quite handy. It's fairly flexible, sort of copper, which is nice. And then really rear of the engine, other bits and pieces. Machine guns, not quite sure why we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them, but I'm sure I can find a use for those. They're nice. They've got kind of hollowed out ends. Sorry, the focus is probably going to struggle a bit with that. And then we've got various little bits and pieces for the actual cockpit. And of course the cockpit tub itself. Unfortunately one of these parts has fallen off, but again luckily we've got that. The only bit that's slightly frustrating is the actual control stalk has snapped off the top there, and it doesn't seem to be where it snapped off. Who knows, because it's not in the bag, so I'm not sure what happened there. Luckily the one out of the kit is actually pretty good, so we'll be able to use that. I think just to, well, not really got a lot of choice, so but yeah, I mean it's a good little kit. I think it's going to add a lot of nice detail to the Hasegawa 109. Thanks for watching. Cheers.